She's 75. Yet her skin glows like sunrise after rain. Her eyes, alive with laughter, hold more light than a 20-year-old's. When she walks through a garden in Kyoto, strangers stop, not because she looks young, but because she radiates something rare. So what's her secret? No expensive creams. No celebrity diets. No obsession with youth. Her secret lies in how she lives. Every movement, every meal, every breath, guided by peace, purpose, and quiet joy. She doesn't chase time. She flows with it. And that's why time seems to have forgotten her. Today we'll step into her world. A world where age and beauty are not enemies but dance partners. We'll uncover her timeless Japanese habits, simple, soulful, and astonishingly powerful, that keep her mind sharp, her body graceful, and her spirit radiant. So if you've ever wondered, is it still possible to feel youthful, alive, and beautiful after 60? Stay with me till the end, because by the time you finish this video you'll realize, youth isn't lost with age. It's hidden in the way you choose to live. The woman behind the miracle. Her name is Keiko Mori. At 75, she lives in a small wooden house tucked between cherry blossoms and mountain mist, just outside Kyoto. The air there smells of green tea and rain, and every morning as the sun rises, Keiko slides open her shoji doors, bows to the day and smiles. Her life wasn't always this peaceful. She lost her husband early, raised 2 children while working as a calligraphy teacher. There were years when grief pressed on her like winter, cold and endless. Yet she never let pain define her. Instead, she began to study life itself, turning everyday moments into meditation. Her neighbors call her the woman who moves like water. She's never in a rush. She doesn't multitask. When she eats, she just eats. When she walks, she just walks. That simplicity, the ability to be fully present, is what gives her the ageless serenity people can't stop staring at. Visitors often ask, "Keiko, how do you stay so young?" She laughs softly and says, "Because I am in no hurry to be old." But behind that playful smile lies deep wisdom. Every choice she makes, what she eats, how she breathes, how she forgives, is intentional. She's not trying to preserve youth, she's cultivating life. In her words, when you stop chasing the years you've lost, you start meeting the beauty that never left. And that's the foundation of Keiko's secret. Not vanity, not products, not miracles, but awareness. The kind that touches everything, your body, your habits, your spirit. Next, we'll uncover the first timeless habit that keeps her body youthful and her energy alive. A simple daily ritual that has nothing to do with exercise and everything to do with balance. The soul of youth. For Keiko, youth was never about the mirror, it was about the mind behind it. She believes that aging begins not in the body, but in the spirit, the moment a person decides their best days are behind them. When your thoughts grow old, she says, your face simply follows. Her philosophy is disarmingly simple. The soul has no wrinkles. She treats life like a cup of tea to be savored slowly, not gulped in fear of running out. Every day she gives thanks not for what remains perfect, but for what still breathes, feels, and learns. She often says, "The skin may fold, but the light in your eyes, that's your responsibility." Unlike many her age, she never battles time. She befriends it. She understands that resistance only creates tension. In the face, in the heart, in the spirit. Instead, she moves in rhythm with life seasons. Resting when tired, blooming when inspired, and releasing what no longer fits. Her grace doesn't come from youth. It creates it. When she laughs, her wrinkles dance. When she listens, her presence feels like calm water. That kind of beauty can't be bottled or injected. It's cultivated through peace. To Keiko, true youth is not a smooth complexion. It's curiosity. It's the ability to wake up and still wonder, what can I learn today? Who can I love better? How can I be softer, not harder with age? And perhaps that's her real secret. She never stopped growing. Not in age, but in spirit. Because the body ages naturally. But the soul only grows old when we stop feeding it beauty, gratitude, and awe. Rituals of beauty and grace. Keiko's life unfolds like a quiet ceremony. Every gesture deliberate. Every moment steeped in calm. Her beauty doesn't come from products lined up on a vanity. It comes from rituals that nourish the soul as much as the skin. Each morning begins with stillness. She sits by the window, hands wrapped around a warm cup of matcha, watching light spill across the tatami floor. She believes that before tending to her face, she must tend to her mind. A calm spirit, she says, creates a calm reflection. Then comes movement. Not intense workouts, but gentle stretches that honor her body instead of punishing it. Her limbs flow like silk in slow tai chi, her breathing steady and rhythmic. It's less about burning calories, more about waking the energy that keeps her graceful and centered. Her skincare routine is a meditation, not a race. Each touch is intentional. Lifting, massaging, thanking the skin for carrying her through time. She uses few products but applies them with care. Camellia oil, rose water, and patience. How you touch your face, she smiles, is how you touch your life. In her home, clutter is rare. She says beauty cannot breathe where chaos lives. Every object has purpose. Every corner holds space for peace. Even her meals are rituals. Small bowls, simple food, slow bites. She eats with gratitude, believing that nourishment, too, is a sacred act. And as the day closes, she practices a final ritual, reflection. She writes one thing she learned and one thing she loved. This, she whispers, is how I stay young, by noticing the small miracles. Her rituals are not about vanity. They're about reverence. She doesn't chase youth. She tends to it, the way one tends to a garden, with gentleness, routine, and deep appreciation for what continues to bloom. Food is medicine. For Keiko, food is not fuel. It's poetry. Every color, texture, and aroma tells a story of balance, gratitude, and respect for life itself. She often says, if you eat with stress, even the healthiest meal becomes poison. If you eat with peace, even simple rice can heal. Her meals are small but deeply nourishing. A bowl of miso soup, a handful of steamed vegetables, a piece of grilled fish, and always a mountain of greens. She believes in the Japanese concept of harahachi biyu, eating until you're 80% full. It's not about restriction. It's about listening. She eats slowly, honoring each bite as a moment of connection between her body and nature. She avoids processed foods not out of fear, but out of reverence for simplicity. In her kitchen, you'll never find bright packages or fast snacks. Only ingredients that once grew, swam, or bloomed. When your food still remembers the sun, she smiles, your body remembers how to shine. Her diet is rich in antioxidants and calm. Matcha, seaweed, tofu, sweet potatoes, fermented foods, and warm tea. But what truly makes her diet youthful is her attitude. She cooks with quiet joy, often humming old songs as she slices vegetables. Your emotions, she says, season your food. And when she shares a meal with others, it becomes a celebration, not of indulgence but of presence. She believes conversation is as healing as any vitamin. Laughter, she laughs, is the best spice. Keiko's relationship with food isn't about dieting or discipline. It's devotion. Every bite is an act of gratitude. Every meal, a small ceremony of love. And that love, more than any supplement or superfood, is what keeps her glowing, from the inside out. Movement and body awareness. Keiko never goes to the gym, yet her posture could rival that of a dancer. Her secret? She moves not to exercise but to express. To her, movement is not punishment for what she ate. It's a language of gratitude to the body that carries her through life. Each morning, she opens the sliding door to her small garden. The world is still quiet. She begins her day with slow, flowing motions, arms sweeping like waves, breath synchronized with the rhythm of the earth. It's Tai Chi but also something deeper. A dialogue between her spirit and her body. Your body listens, she often says. When you move gently, it trusts you. She doesn't chase sweat or strain. Instead, she honors alignment, balance, and grace. Walking becomes meditation. Stretching becomes prayer. Even sweeping the floor or watering plants turns into movement with meaning. Each gesture done with mindfulness, each step infused with awareness. She also practices hara, the Japanese principle of moving from your center, the area just below your navel. It's where balance, power, and calm reside. When you live from your center, she smiles, you stop fighting gravity. And that's the secret. She doesn't try to defy age. She flows with it. Her movements are fluid, her energy grounded, her steps confident. She listens to her body's whispers before they turn into shouts. Her daily rhythm may seem ordinary. Short walks, stretching, light chores, but it's how she moves that makes the difference. Each motion reconnects her with herself. Each pause reminds her to breathe. Because youth to Keiko isn't about how much you move, it's about how alive you feel when you do. Her skincare and self-care secrets. When people first meet Keiko, they often whisper, "Her skin, it glows." But she always laughs softly and says, "It's not skincare, it's soul care." Her bathroom shelf is almost bare. No dozen-step routines, no chemical serums. Instead, she follows rituals passed down from her mother and grandmother, grounded in purity and patience. Every evening she cleanses her face with rice water, a gentle milky tonic rich in vitamins and memories. Then she massages her skin with camellia oil, the same golden elixir Ageless once used. But the magic isn't in the oil, it's in her touch. She massages slowly upward with gratitude. "When you thank your skin," she says, "it responds." Her fingertips move like whispers, coaxing blood flow, awakening warmth, and reminding the skin it's still alive. She believes moisture is youth's best friend, inside and out. So she drinks warm water throughout the day, spritzes her face with rose mist, and never skips her evening ritual of steaming with green tea. Her skin breathes, not because it's flawless but because it's cared for. Her greatest beauty secret, though, has nothing to do with products. It's her peace. She protects her energy as carefully as she protects her skin. She takes breaks from screens, walks in nature, and surrounds herself only with gentle souls. Toxic energy, she says, ages faster than time. And every night before bed, she lights a single candle. The flame dances softly on her face as she closes her eyes and whispers a small thank you to her body, her day, her wrinkles, and her wisdom. Her glow doesn't come from youth. It comes from reverence. And that, Keiko reminds us, is the kind of beauty that never fades. Lessons for all of us. Keiko's life is not a miracle. It's a message. A reminder that youth is not found in bottles or mirrors, but in the quiet choices we make every day. Her way of living whispers truths that our hurried world has forgotten. She teaches us that slowing down isn't wasting time. It's meeting time. That true beauty begins when comparison ends. That the glow we chase can't be bought, because it comes from peace, not pigment. From her we learn that aging is not a thief but a teacher. Every line carries a memory. Every ache a story. We don't age, she says softly. We unfold. When we stop fighting the years and start dancing with them, something magical happens. Grace takes the place of fear. Her rituals show that self-care is sacred, not selfish. Her food reminds us to eat with intention. Her movement reveals that elegance is born from ease. Her skincare tells us that consistency, not perfection, is what keeps beauty alive. And perhaps her most profound lesson: youth is not the absence of wrinkles. It's the presence of wonder. When you keep curiosity alive, when you notice small joys, when you love your reflection with tenderness instead of criticism, that's when you truly glow from within. Keiko's story is not about escaping age. It's about embracing it so beautifully that age becomes invisible. Because in the end, the most youthful thing a woman can wear is serenity. And the most timeless accessory she can own is gratitude. As the sun dips behind the hills of Kyoto, Keiko walks slowly through her garden. Her steps light, her presence ageless. The air smells of jasmine and earth, and in that golden hush, she embodies everything her life stands for: grace, simplicity, and quiet joy. She has never chased youth. She's cultivated it. Through her rituals, her food, her stillness, her kindness, and her gratitude, she's proven something our modern world keeps forgetting. Youth is not a number. It's an energy, a softness of heart, a lightness of spirit. When we see her, we don't see a woman untouched by time. We see a woman in harmony with it. Her laughter carries wisdom, her stillness carries strength, and her beauty comes not from resisting age, but from honoring it. And maybe that's the lesson we all need. That the lines on our faces are not flaws, they're brushstrokes of experience. That our bodies deserve gentleness, not judgment. And that the truest form of beauty begins when we stop trying to look young and start living fully. So tonight, before you close your eyes, take a moment to thank yourself. Your skin, your heart, your journey. You've earned every bit of the light you carry. Because when you live like Keiko, with grace, presence, and quiet joy, you don't just age beautifully. You live beautifully. Speech balloon question for you. If you could adopt just one of Keiko's habits starting tomorrow, which would it be? Her calm mornings, her gentle skincare, or her graceful movement? Tell me in the comments below.